Hello, good evening to all of you. I am Mahi and today we are going to do a debate. They are in the favor of smart class and we are in the favor of normal class. So first of all, according to my point of view, normal class is much better than smart classes because as we know that a person focus on their teacher very well and they give all of their attention to the teacher. So at the time they can understand everything. There are many things are available like the normal boards, the normal blackboards, the chalks and the skillful teachers. So according to me, normal class is much better than the smart class.
But when we learn by the help of a smart class, then the teacher will also teach us by the help of gadgets, by the help of a smart board. That will be very easy to learn for the student, and that shows that it is a very good classroom. The environment will be very good by the help of smart boards, by the help of speaker, mics, etc.
But I think that in normal classes, mostly teachers prefer textbooks over the internet. So it will be very better for the students to improve their pronunciation and make their vocabulary strong. So it will be very helpful for the students if they will prefer normal classes.
No, but nowadays in our country is very developing and our technology is very developing. So nowadays children all students they only understand they easily understand with the help of smart board, and everywhere smart board is available in schools, in at our home also available smart board. And nowadays children only focus on our smart board, and they can easily understand very easily. So I think smart classes is also good.
But according to my point of view, smart boards are not good for the children because as you know that they are only watching through the smart boards and they are learning through it. So according to me, smart boards are good but not for all time, because as we know that the smart boards and the smart classes are like happening all the days in the week. So at the time it is not good for the children's eyes because it can affect the eyes of the students. And as we know that nowadays children are very much fond of the smart gadgets. So at the time it will be like in schools the smart gadgets will be included, so it would be bad for the children's mental health.
But I think it is good for all the students because very big rooms, and all the time lots of students they are sitting in the classroom, and on the time while teaching, and later one by one they are getting understand all the students. So on the time they teacher zoom the videos, and very clearly and very easily they are making it. So I think that smart class is better than normal class.
But according to me, in this time, if any students don't or like can't read any word, so at the time they like the teacher can speak that word like loudly or spell the spelling of that word so that a student can could hear and write that word. Because as we know that the traditional chalks and they are like used in the normal classes, so at the time it is good for the
I
children.
don't think that teacher how much loud they are speaking, because and all the time they are using by the help of speaker and mic. So very easily they very listen, they are very listen very proper way, and I think so smart class is.
And here I
But
want to
in
mention a
normal
point
class-
also, that when we convey our message by the help of the mic and the speaker, then that will be very easy to understand to the whole classroom. And when we talk about the college, then in arts faculty, that there will be more students than more than 200 students, and that will be easy to understand each and every student by the help of mic and speaker.
Yeah, but if I talk about school, then maximum there are like 40 or like 35 students are in one class. So I don't think that the teacher need like mic or like smart classes, because they can still prefer normal classes over smart classes, because in normal classes teacher teaches with the help of textbooks. So if any students have doubt, they can easily ask at that moment. But in smart class, whatever the video is running, and if any students will ask doubt, so it might will disturb the class.
So it is college and school, 40 and 30 students they are sitting in classroom, but big institutes and big college, lots of students they are sitting big room. So on that time I don't think that normal class is good for them, because they are sitting and they are also gossiping each other. So on that time teacher they don't know that how to say and how to make and understand all the student. So in this matter I will say that smart class is good.
Okay, like you have mentioned, like in university or in college, like there are more than 100 or 200 students. So in that area, yeah, they can use smart classes, but they can just use their mic. They can, like in university, you have seen that mostly professors use whiteboard.
But I think they always use the smart board. I think nowadays, because they will have to teach to the more than 100 students, then they can't able to write down in by the help of the smart board only, because only he will have to go very upside, he will have to go very downside. So that will be very easy to learn by the help of smart board, that they won't have to go in front of that board, they won't have to write down in very top of that board. They can only show the image, they will be make them understand to the teacher, to the student, and so student can easily able to understand.
But according to me, smart boards are like not good for the students and for the education, because as we know that if they are using the smart board, it is connected to the electricity, and if sometime like the electricity can be cut off, so at the time the children can't study at that time, and there will be lots of distraction
But
at
when
that
we
time.
use the chalk and duster, and that time that will be more chaos will happen. That who will rough that board, then they can
I
cause that
don't
lungs
think-
problem also.
I
That
don't
for
think
the
that it's a big problem.
swelling problem and the lungs problem and the taking breath problem they can happen, because that dust is not good for, because that dust is chalk is that not good.
I don't think that rubbing a board or like that it's a big problem. I think it's just any student can rub the board easily. And there is a dust, and nowadays, like in mostly schools, like schools prefer dustless chalk.
So
So it will not cause any problem to any students. And if I talk about like smart classes, then mostly after coming from school, they like students usually spend their time on internet, so it might affect their eye. And in school also they're also studying by smart classes. So I think that if they will prefer normal classes, then it will be very better for the students.
Maybe you are right, but you can see that and in the classroom and in coaching, teacher they are very busy on that time. Their mind is very distract, because they are one time just chalk and pen, this type of things, and smart board is all the things available in the one smart board. So they are very easily, eraser is they means whatever they want, all the things is available in smart board.
Yeah, it is good in smart classes. This type of things are like this type of things are available. But if sometimes like if they will face like network issue or like something like that,
I think
so
we don't
that
need
time
network and that of tools we don't need, because when we use the smart board, in that time that will be very notes type of app will available, and that time
sometimes
we
the
will-
device will not work properly. So what will the teacher will do at that time? So sometimes it will create distraction for the students. And if teacher will teach with if teacher is teaching with the help of board and chalk, so it will be very better for the students.
Okay, but nowadays written things is forget all students nowadays, and they only depend in our technology, because all students and also teachers clear all the doubts from smart boards, who they watch the videos and clear all doubts, and they also learn for all students, and in students they crack any big exams, so also they watch videos in smart board at their home, so they clear all the doubts, and they crack any big jobs. So I think smart
But
classes also-
according to my point of view, for that, like for clearing doubts. So there are many good teachers are available, like the normal teachers who teach us on like in normal classes. So at the time it is good for the children, because as you know that nowadays in private schools, in government schools, there are many skillful teachers are available. Those will teach you and make understand you very well. Like you don't have to take any extra classes for that also. And if you're telling about that. Written things, like we can forget the written things, but it is not true, because whenever they lie, like if science teacher is like teaching, so at the time they write also and they explain at the same time also, so we can't like forget it.
Okay, but nowadays our government school also provide smart classes, smart board, and they in smart board all students learn very well, and their mind is also running very well nowadays, and the technology is very needed for our studying nowadays. So governments also provide smart board in government schools, and every schools have their own smart board, and they learn, and after learning they
Yeah, you have
they learn
mentioned
very
like it
good.
is needed for the like nowadays, but it is needed not the necessary things of our life. So I think that if we will prefer like normal classes, then it will very better. Like you have mentioned that if students will if students will study from smart classes, then their mental health will be good. I don't think so, because of spending their time mostly on like internet, or like because the rays which are coming from the smart board or the smart like that, so it will may create a harm. It will like affect their eyes, and if it can affect their